Um, the tournament matches that were announced for Monday Night Raw. The last time is now tournament first round matches where we had 2 matches drawn. They had like a random drawing in the back where it looked like each competitor had like an orb inside of the ball. It's a new age Royal Rumble machine. I want to see them bring this machine back for the Royal Rumble. I don't need like live drawings, but I need like reactions of wrestlers pulling their ball, looking at it and being like, it's gonna be a long night, brother. And you're like, oh shoot, they drew a really low number. Something like that. The little touches back to like the late, or I guess that would be the early 90s, late 80s. That stuff would make the world. They've got this machine sitting back there. The numbers could have, red and blue balls on them because of the fact that's what they were using on Monday. But bring this back, please. We had 2 matches drawn at random that were announced that are going to take place this Monday. I believe this Friday. I don't think they're kicking this tournament off, but I think they're going to pick 4 more names for 2 more matches that will take place next Friday on SmackDown. And so I think we'll probably get 2 more balls before, I guess 4 more balls. That'd be 4, 8. And that'll be the end of the first round for Monday Night Raw matches. And then more than likely when SmackDown is going on next week, we'll get the last 4 names that are going to be there. I'm guessing that that's where we're going to get our surprise entrance. I don't know if it's just going to be NXT people. I threw this out right when I heard this was like Matt Cardona coming back, wanting to have one more dream match with this, personal friend, John Cena. Cardona mentions him on the major wrestling figure podcast from time to time that they text. I think Cena's kind of a personal guy that like his personal time is personal time and he doesn't want it being put out there to the world, even though he did shows like Total Divas and Total Bellas. And I think by watching those shows, you could see that he honestly hated them, but he knew that he was doing them for Nikki and he was doing them for the company to make money at the time. But the first matches didn't really blow me away. First match on the card is going to be Sheamus versus Shinsuke Nakamura. When I think of Sheamus, I think of Sheamus versus John Cena in the early 2010s, right before the Nexus hit there. Of course, Sheamus, I think in 2009, won the WWE Championship at TLC, and so more of a fluke. On Monday Night Raw, that was one of the guest hosts. Jesse Ventura had come back, and part of his gimmick was in the finale. He drew up, he wanted the next number 1 contender for Monday Night Raw to be somebody who never got a championship shot. He wanted to shake up the deck. He basically thought that WWE had gotten a little stale, and it was only people in a battle royal that had never got a championship shot. So, people like Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, the guys like that were out of there. And it was just like, whatever happens, TLC, we're going to get a new competitor. It's going to be somebody that, is fresh, that probably hasn't had a match against John Cena before. During that match, of course, I think Cena slipped trying to give a move to Sheamus. And because of the fact he went through the table, that's the rules. Sheamus is your new WWE champion. Shinsuke Nakamura is his competition. When I think of Shinsuke, honestly, I think it was probably like 2017. I think it was around the time, honestly, I was getting out. He was fresh coming over from New Japan. They had some matches on SmackDown. I think one of them was a number 1 contenders match for the winner to get a championship shot. I think the match was at SummerSlam, but I'm not 100% sure because I know Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble to fight AJ at WrestleMania 30. It was in New Orleans 34. I'm guessing. So I'm not sure how we got his championship shots after that, but I think Shinsuke turns heel at WrestleMania. punching AJ Styles right in the nuts. So maybe it's a little bit later because I think Shinsuke had turned babyface yet once again, because Shinsuke versus Cena was kind of like a respect match, good guy versus good guy. But these guys getting into the ring and battling it out to see who moves on in this tournament. Shinsuke is a wild card. He just made his return. He hasn't really done anything on SmackDown relatively in a long while. He seems like somebody who's just showing up to be a name. Sheamus is like in some storylines on Raw, but nothing honestly really huge. And it seems like his current storyline is fighting against the Judgment Day. He ran out and helped. I think he ran out and helped during the tag match, if I'm right, against Finn Balor and JD McDonough. I think he came out and helped AJ and Dragon Lee. And that's kind of like a spot to put him. Like, I guess we're setting up a 6-man that doesn't really have any where to go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, win, lose, or draw. It's not really going to help anything in the foreseeable future. So I'm looking at Sheamus. I'm looking at Shinsuke. I guess I'm picking Sheamus to get the win here, taking the baby face. He has a better storyline against John Cena. If I'm picking like a tournament of like Cena's greatest rivals, I'm picking Sheamus. I don't know. I mean, but we all know that some sort of heel has to win this tournament. I guess in the end, not really, because it's got to be a respect match in the end. But I think everything that we're reading is going to be something about a heel, beating John Cena. And I don't think anybody wants to see Cena lose that last match. Look over at the other first round match. We have Damian Priest going up against Rusev. Man, Damian Priest, that long running rivalry with John Cena. They've got so many matches that pour over their careers. They've got that one and the other one. Yeah, this one honestly really doesn't make any sense to me either. I just don't get this one. Rusev, they had the really big storyline at WrestleMania 31. Rusev came to the ring in a freaking tank. A tank. Like, I don't understand that one at all. Rusev got the win over John Cena, winning the United States title. They had different, gimmick matches along the way. One of my favorites from the 80s, the old-fashioned flag match. At that time when Rusev would win, the Bulgarian flag would fall down behind him. They would play the national anthem. It was a great time. Rusev now, he's in storylines on Monday Night Raw. I listened to Dave Meltzer and the clips that they upload to YouTube, like most days, going over what happened on Monday Night Raw. I don't listen to the full shows. I'm not a subscriber, but they upload those things as like a commercial trying to get you to come back. And there's been a few times they've almost got me, but I've heard a few clips that Rusev is taking like personal shots from Dave Meltzer for I don't understand any reason at all. I don't listen to the full Raw recap, so I don't know if he does this to every single person. But every single time I've heard him talk about Rusev, he talks about the fact that he's not over. Nothing that he's doing in WWE means anything. He's kind of just like lost, looking for a place to go. Rusev isn't the best or most important person on Monday Night Raw, but since they've dropped him into storylines, I honestly think that Rusev has a place. He's fighting to regain the Intercontinental Championship. His storyline is that he's trying to regain his place in wrestling. He's trying to be relevant. Yet once again, he's taking a shot at himself, saying that he has taken a step back, and he's trying to get back to where he was. When I look at this match, like, I believe Damian Priest moving up into this tournament honestly means more to like the future of WWE. This guy's a former world heavyweight champion, but the guy has no connection to John Cena. The only thing that can happen is that possibly have some sort of a second round match. I don't know if you want to bring up him going up against Aleister Black. There was a main event of SmackDown a few weeks ago, and we haven't seen them together since that happened. But as of right now, I think I'm forced to pick Rusev. I'm not in love with the pick, but I really think that like I don't know. Damian Priest in this tournament is an ultimate wild card. I understand that maybe when you're a former World Heavyweight Champion, you can pull some strings backstage with your GM, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. While Nick Aldis or Adam Pearce would say like, yeah, this is the guy that we want going in there. But then again, if the name that gets pulled is the rumored one, Gunther, who's going to win this whole deal. Gunther doesn't have any claim to fame with John Cena either. So